Hey, hi, howdy, how are you folks? My name is Nallex and welcome back to another League of Legends video. Today we are playing Shyvana in the jungle, one of my all-time favorites. We have been absolutely smurfing on Shyvana this season, mostly because Riot decided I was placed bronze 3, but also just because this strategy is absolutely broken. I found a new little way to start sequencing your camps a little smarter, so that way even on blue side, you can have the most amount of farm possible and get to dragon right when it spawns. So we're going to show it to you here first. I'm pinging my team. I also pinged to ask them to place a ward. Thank goodness they did. Thank goodness they played safe. We see Kayn go for an early invade, trying to get some orbs, and we're on the other side of the map because we're already smarter than him. And it doesn't matter what he does, because even if he invades us, we'll just go to his side now that we know where he is. Absolutely perfect there from my bot lane. Shout out to them for placing that ward, although I did ask for it, so I don't feel too cool for school. Now here's the big thing. We're gonna start on the Raptors instead of red buff. The reason for this being that we're gonna clear Raptors and Krugs first, and then our red buffs. That way our Raptors respawn very quickly, and we can actually farm our Raptors and Krugs a second time before our first back. Now, if you don't already know, I'm not a very good jungler in most senses of the word. I am not a perfect mechanical player. You'll notice that very easily if you watch me actually clear these camps, but just take the fundamental side of things rather than the actual mechanical way I do things. You get a nice little leash out there from the Raptors, but then we're right back on it as soon as they spawn. A little late on my E there, but it's fine. We're clearing the Krugs second, smiting those instead of the Raptors, just because the Raptors don't really have enough health to justify a smite most of the time. Then we're just trying to play here so we can maximize the damage from our E. Auto-attacking this guy one more time because he just won't. He refuses to die. It's all good. It doesn't matter if you're bad at jungling, as long as you're kind of playing decent in farming. You don't have to be a perfect mechanical player to pull this strategy off. Now, once we get the red buff, you might be thinking to yourself, what are you going to do next? You're going straight to blue buff. How are you going to sequence these camps? We're going to start with our wolves, then go to Gromp, and then do our blue buff last. Decent leash. They're not perfect. Like I said, I never expected myself to be anyway. So bing, bang, boom. We go with our E right across the wall here. This is all very basic stuff as far as Shyvana clears go. What's most important is what order you clear your camps, not the mechanics side of things. At least, thank goodness, because as we've already seen in the last, minute 30 seconds, probably wouldn't be good for me if it was a mechanical thing. But yeah, farming our Gromp second, going straight to it as soon as we kill those wolves. And we're going to smite our Gromp as well, just because we want to expedite our clear. You don't have to smite the Gromp if you're an actually good mechanical player, and you can clear these camps on the 3:30 timer without your smite. That's even better. If you can't, it's fine. It just means your Scuttle Crab's going to be a little harder to get. The good news is, most of the time in lower elos, like where I play, no jungler is going to be pathing towards bot. They always take the leash from their bot laners and then path towards top. So 90% of the time in low elo, this Scuttle Crab will be completely free. Now, as soon as we kill it, normally here we would back with our 800, 900 gold and get ourselves a pickaxe. This time we are sprinting right back up to our Raptors because, as you can see, they're spawning right now. No wasted time at all. As soon as the Raptors spawn, we're right here, but so is someone else who also just finished their clear, a Kayn. Now you can see I'm pretty strong in the early game. Kayn doesn't have form yet, so he's actually not quite a champion. I back up here just because I don't want him to run into Veigar, and I smite this camp just to make sure he can't steal it. But I'm not looking to fight him. I'm not looking to get baited into a fight with the Veigar. I'm just looking to get him off that camp so I can kill it and get my back off. Now, because I do have to fight the Kayn, I do delay myself by about 5 or 6 seconds, but you'll see I'm basically on the dragon as soon as it spawns. It's got about 30 seconds right now. As soon as we clear these camps, we're all up on top of it. Now, this strategy does require you to basically ignore your laners for the first 10 minutes of the game or so. But I tell you what, you will not regret doing it. So we've got 1200 gold. That's just enough to get our pickaxe and an extra longsword. Now, normally when I've been playing this game, I have been getting to the dragon when it spawns with about 500 gold in my pocket, but only a pickaxe in hand. Now I have that extra longsword's worth of AD. I can kill this dragon even quicker and get back on the map. Another question that might be popping up in your head is, can you do this on the red side? Yes, you can. And what's really nice about it is that you clear your top side camps on their respawn. Sorry. You kill your bot side camps, recall, go to the dragon, and then you can go straight to those void grubs on their spawn too. Now, if the opposing jungler is not fast like here, you'll see if I had the timer to go topside and I didn't have only my bot side camps up, I could go topside, get these krugs before the enemy jungler even knows what's going on. But because I'm on blue side, or red side, sorry, I don't have to do that. I should have just auto-attacked this guy one more time. For some reason I didn't. It's fine. No big deal. A little bit of a delay, but look, we are ignoring our laners. We do not care what health they're on. We don't care what they're up to. We are just killing our camps. Void grubs spawn. You see, if we had walked directly to void grubs before doing anything else, we could be there on their spawn right now, basically, maybe about 5 or 6 seconds behind, and start them. You know, you'll notice Kayn doesn't get them done for about 30-40 more seconds. So we would have had those 30 seconds to take that fight, get those void grubs. We might have even leveled up to level 6, and then we kill them, and we've already got 2 objectives. Instead, we just opt to clear our camps. It's a very simple strategy here. We are just clearing those camps on their spawn. The nice part about recalling and going straight to dragon is now that we've started the perfect sequence, our camps will spawn bot to top every, time they spawn, and they'll spawn in perfect succession, no delays at all, and we can just kill them on respawn and get a ton of gold. You see, Kayn finally kills the void grubs, but we're already on our camps. Now we're level 6. We can look to fight here, and my Quinn did get killed by the Darius. If you've never fought a Darius, you know that that's not a problem you want to have on your map for very long. And so we are looking to see what we might be able to do to help our team out a little bit. Clearing that vision is always good. Yeah, look, we've got a little bit of time, so we're gonna back instead, or not. My indecision here, this is inexperience. This is my first time trying this strategy, and you'll see it goes pretty well for me. So, like I said, we're looking at the Darius, seeing where he's going. He's super far pushed up, so we're gonna look to make a play on him with our ult. Now, we don't want to run at him with our ult, especially not a Darius who's this strong. We want to back up. I use my ult to back up, thinking he's gonna use his E to pull me in, but instead he kind of just runs around for a little bit. Now this is an unlucky spot here where he pulls us all in, finds a great Q, heals up a bunch of health, and well, Quinn has no HP to her own, but I'm going to play the fight very smart too. I'm going to flash away from his Q, don't let him heal, let him walk into my empowered E, auto attack him. This time he does get the Q heal, but it doesn't matter. He's already too low HP, doesn't have enough stacks on me, and there you go. Darius down. And we get in the bush and recall. I'm walking a little farther than I probably need to, but most of that is because this Kayn can be scary, especially if he's in the area. But look, once we get that kill, we have enough to get every single component of our Spear of Shojin, and we can back right as the blue buff spawns on our bot side. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to clear blue buff into Gromp into full clearing. And it's going to be miraculous. It's going to be beautiful. Watch. And you notice, the only time I didn't ignore my team was when I literally was waiting 30 seconds for everything to spawn. I had nothing up, I was clearing too quickly, so I had bonus tempo to go fight. Might as well see what I can do. Now, I do get a kill off that. It does work out pretty well for me, but as soon as my camps are spawned, and as soon as that play is done, I am back on the rotation. Now here I break my sequence just a little bit because I noticed that the Scuttle Crab is up. And look, I even say I might come, but then no, it doesn't look that good. So I just get this. And you'll look, they're mad. They don't like that I didn't make the play. But I don't care. I'm getting camps. I'm getting gold. I'm getting experience. I am getting super far ahead before the enemies even get a chance to think about getting objectives. As you can see, we're just clearing those camps very nicely. And look, our whole top side's up. We don't have to wait a single bit of time. Now, if I was playing perfectly ideal, I believe I would go Raptors into Krugs and then my red buff, but I don't think I'd make that right call. I think I do clear my red buff first. Yes, I do. Okay. So like I said, if I was a perfect player, I would sequence these camps just a little smarter. Don't do that red buff first, do the Krugs, and then do the red buff. Then we're just in a little bit more of a central spot of our topside jungle. But the good news is we're looking to make a play top anyway. So it's actually better that we're on the Krugs more than anything. But as you can see, I have only not ignored my team once. And that was when the gank was free. As soon as we kill that last camp, we are backing because the dragon is spawning. We've got 900 HP, 900 gold, I should say. Spear, Shojin, and boots. Easy money. We're level 8. We've got our first item. And Kane is level 8 and has pickaxe and Caulfield's Warhammer. He does get a free little kill on our mid laner, but we don't care. Because he has to back and spend that money. And by the time he gets back, this dragon will already be gone. Like I said, we are on the camps as soon as they spawn. We are on these objectives as soon as they spawn. Kane elects not to back and not spend his gold to increase his lead. So what he does is he starts these grubs, and my Quinn absolutely murks him, which is insane. The Kane's been playing pretty well up until now. You know, he's been getting some successful ganks off. He's been clearing his camps just as fast as I've been clearing mine. But what he failed to do was realize that if he dies once, it all falls apart. When you're ganking and not playing to farm in the safety of your own jungle, the second you die is the second you fall way far behind. Now, I see Vigar here. I'm not looking to fight him. I'll just put a control ward in the bush. And look, my team is fighting this Darius, and I am fighting these Void Grubs. I do not care. We do not care. Like, it's literally the meme. My Void Grubs are up. I am getting them. This is feats of strength, a huge objective of the game, and just way better for us to kill. Now, a bit of an awkward situation where we all get stunned by that. But as soon as it's over, I am back in the fight. Now, look, I'm just in the perfect position for this fight here. I'm not doing anything crazy. You'll notice as soon as it's not easy, I'm out of there. Boom. We are out. Now, what would be nice here is if my top camp, the Krugs, spawned, but they're not up, so we're just going to clear from the Raptors down. Now, at this point, we've gotten just about every objective we could ever want. We've gotten our feats of strength. We've gotten 2 dragons. We've gotten 3 Void Grubs. We're in a perfect position to just be strong the rest of the game. So now is when we start to kind of break the sequence a little more consistently. And that's because we're only ignoring our team for the first 12-15 minutes, not for the first, entire game. We want to use this lead and this control of the game, this farm, this XP, this gold, to be a jungler, right? We're not just farming. We're getting ahead in the early game and using that lead to expand the late game. So see, now I'm hovering bot. Prepared because we saw Kane in the jungle previously. Just waiting to see if there's a fight that needs to happen. We see this. Our Leona is very, very deep, but I'm trying to be there to help her out. Luckily, she finds a nice little blast cone to get over the wall, and she is out of there. 1100 gold in our pocket. We're thinking about backing. It looks like we're going to actually do it. Now, in a perfect world, if I really, really wanted to maximize my farm, I would go fight this Darius here and then get my Krugs, and you see me thinking about it, because then I would hopefully have my Raptors spawning on that timer, and I can just full clear Krugs Raptors down and start clearing down for the rest of the game, which is perfectly acceptable. Unfortunately, I don't go for the Darius, just looking to get those Krugs as soon as possible. I even smite them, which makes it go even faster. And so those Raptors are definitely not ready to spawn. You'll see here, because those Raptors aren't spawned, I just end up going top anyway. So what I should have done is ran straight top with the timer and then cleared afterwards. First time trying the strategy though, you can't even blame me. Look, we see Darius running. He's doing some weird shit where he doesn't actually run away. He wants to keep fighting, but Quinn is so good at running away from Darius, and I have so much free damage, it does not matter. I ping Quinn, say, hey, he's on his way. And look, if we had waited, these Raptors would have spawned on the perfect timer, and then we could have killed them with our Krugs in sequence correctly. But hey, hindsight's 20/20. A lot easier to do it in the replay than in the game. And we're doing just fine either way. I think we're up 30 CS on the Kane, as well as 3 objectives to 1. But because there's not really a spot to make a play here, it's not bad to continue farming. We're still watching our team and seeing where we can make plays because we are very strong now. But we're not rushing it because we don't actually need to. You'll notice that my sequence is, for the most part, broken, where my Krugs are spawning on a different timer than the rest of my camps. But no matter what, I'm still there right when those camps spawn. And that is the utmost fundamental skill you need when playing Shyvana. I clear this vision on the dragon. I have about 30 seconds. I should back here. But instead, I see Vigar pushed up. I see where his ward is placed and that he won't be able to see me. I just jump over the wall here. Now, of course, I missed my first E, but he misses his stuff too, so it's not too big of a deal. We hit our second E, chunk him out, and we can walk towards the dragon. Now, if I had backed, I would have had dragon form up for this dragon fight, but we are so far ahead of the game, it will not matter. And luckily, our team has started realizing the win condition as well. You see Quinn rotating all the way from top side to help us, as well as Diana is pushing mid so she can come help as soon as this dragon spawns. Quinn gets a little tired of waiting and goes for that. I tell her we are doing the dragon, we are ignoring our team for as long as humanly possible, just to get ahead. Now we see Kayn here, which means we are going to have to fight for this thing, but we know Kayn's bad at the game. I try to pull the dragon out just a little bit, but it ends up being a little too late. It doesn't want to move. So instead, we just blow it up. And then we blow up Kayn. Standing in the middle of everywhere, trying to make it so that way Kayn can't get anywhere to safety easily. He ends up getting out because he uses his flash and E combo to do it. From the vision of the bush, we see Darius. We see him get hit with stuff. We're going to the side of him, not right on him. We don't actually want to fight him head on because of his passive. We just want to hit him with as much stuff as we can. He uses his flash to get away, and that's our cue to leave. Diana, that's her cue to go in, knowing he doesn't have flash. And so she gets herself a nice juicy little kill. But look, Kayn didn't trade anything for that dragon. Instead, he wanted to try and steal it from me. So because he doesn't make the trade, I'm on this Rift Herald as soon as it spawns. I'm on almost every single objective as soon as it's ready, or as soon as I can, and it's just perfect for me. So look, I'll just get this Rift Herald. You know, if you want to give me the Rift Herald for free, I'll take the Rift Herald for free. If you insist, I'll take what you give me, you know? We see some lovely blood roses spawning, so we do take a couple of them. And then look, we're at 2,000 gold. We're looking to back. I'm gonna back so I can clear from bot to top and then go straight on to atakhan. Unfortunately, we just need 100 more gold, so we are gonna blow up this Krugs and then go back. Once again, setting our Krugs at a different timer than the rest of our camps, because why not? We've already done it once. Why not make that the way that we play the game? Get our full Leandri's Torment on back. We're clearing from bot to top, ignoring our team once again because atakhan is spawning in 1:30. That's about how long it takes to do your full rotation of camps. So we can get our camps, get as many levels as we can, then fight atakhan on spawn. Darius gets the tower, doesn't mean much to me as long as we can get to atakhan. Now, because there haven't been many kills in this game, the red form of atakhan that I call it, I don't know what it's actually called, maybe Voracious, spawns, which means we will get a free GA after killing it, which will be nice to have. Kill our red buff. We're looking at Darius. Where is he at? Where can we go with him? And look, Darius is pushing, but we don't know where exactly he is. So I'm waiting at this bounce pad. As soon as we see him walk too far forward, we take the bounce pad, we go over the wall, hit him with everything we got. He is absolutely gone. Flash to secure that kill just because I'm a little greedy, not because I needed to. And now atakhan spawns in just about 30 seconds. So we clear as much vision as we can. We clear the waves. We've got people in the area. No camps up to speak of. We are literally just chilling until atakhan spawns so we can kill it and go from there. Now, the interesting thing with this version of atakhan is that as soon as you get him, you basically want to look for a all-in team fight, sacrifice yourself to get the team as many kills as possible, because you won't actually die. You'll give the opponents 200 gold, sure, but what they won't get is the satisfaction of killing you or the timer of you being off the map. So as soon as we kill this atakhan, you'll look you'll see that we look to fight the enemy team because we're going to be stronger and we have a free revive to get us back in the base. Boom. We now have Voracious atakhan buff on our side. Literally no objectives up on the map. And I see Nautilus go in. I'm like, oh, okay, what's up, bro? Hit him with an empowered E. There's nowhere where he's going to go with this many people of us hanging out. Hit him with that. Then Darius wants some smoke. He's standing in my E for way too long. And then Kane wants some smoke. And we're like, this is exactly what you don't want to do when the enemy team slays Voracious atakhan. But shout out to Kane for doing it. Now here I should have just backed up, but I was just looking for more fighting for fun. Unfortunately, I walked straight into a Vygar cage and do have to withdraw. But it's actually kind of genius. It's a faster back than if I were to run away, find a bush, and then back. Maybe the real atakhan was the friends we made all along the way. You know what I'm saying? Look, as soon as this dragon is spawning, we are going to be on top of it. Diana's doing my blue buff, which I don't love, but also doesn't affect me too much. And then I'm like, well, we still got about 10 seconds. Might as well just grab this Gromp real quick, right? Our team's like, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, it's fine, chill. Kane's just now respawning. We have like 5 members here. I think it's okay if I'm 2 seconds late to the dragon spawning. And lo and behold, it is. This is our Dragon Soul. As Shyvana, Dragon Soul at 22 minutes is pretty much ideal. That's actually exactly what you want. Now, a few of my teammates still have that atakhan buff, so they're still looking for their fight. So obviously, I'm going to back them up as quickly as possible. Kane just barely dodges out of my empowered E, but it doesn't matter because he stays in the fight too long anyway and gets hit by the second one. And look, we just killed a couple members of their team. We've got a minion wave coming. We've got the Rift Herald spawning. Like, we are just set up so well to invade their base. We don't even need to back again because guess what? The game is basically already over. I know what you're thinking. How is it already over? It's 22 minutes in. You haven't even cracked a single Nexus turret yet. We'll just watch what happens. Unfortunately, Diana messes up the Rift Herald. It would have been awesome. I know I baited you a little bit, but it would have been awesome if Diana didn't run the Rift Herald directly into that turret. Just waited a little bit, and then we could have had another crash. So instead, we go with the other option. Misfortune's pushing mid lane. So let's go with Misfortune. But only after we steal a couple more camps from Kane. You know, only a couple more camps from Kane. I'm sure he won't miss them too badly. He's already down enough CS anyway. Doesn't really matter what he wants. And look, I don't have my ult here, so I'm not looking to punch them. I'm just looking to punch minions so I can get some stacks. We see Darius go on our backline, but it's not a backline. It's Diana. So we just blow him up, and then Kane does something stupid. So we blow him up, and that's another 2 members of their team dead. Darius and Kane, both members who were ahead fairly early. I hit the tower. I back. I hit him with an empowered E. I don't care what's happening for the rest of the game. I am just on hit the turrets mode. Did a nice little hit on Vygar as well. And then Diana goes in, so we're like, oh, well, we got to back up Diana. And it's just free. You know, we just keep killing more members of their team without really having to do much work for it. It just kind of happens. Look at this. I don't even see Jin. I just see this turret. I am hitting this turret as much as humanly possible. Jin dies anyway. We blow up the turret. We kill the Nautilus. Just like that, 24 minutes into the game, we are already on the Nexus. This strategy is so free. 6-0 and 8 on the Shyvana, and I ignored my team for the first 16 minutes. Go play Shyvana. It's so free. See you next time.